when I, for example, watched my parents work as hard as they did, right? I didn't really understand it in the moment.
Yeah.
I didn't understand just what that meant and what it was going to mean to me.
Yep.
But here I am so many years later, and I have the most love and respect for what they were able to achieve.
We can talk shit about this America all we want. And, you know, we all know what it is. It's not easy, especially for us.
Exactly.
But from an opportunity standpoint, the ability to be someone out of nothing and create something out of yourself, I don't think there's another country
that can allow you
to do so. It's understanding your heritage, and you can go back to a generation where her mom was one of the most prominent businesswomen in Gambia, like, you know, powerful female leader at her time.
Love and prosperity, what's going on, my people?
Yes.
I go by the name DJ Anzo, here with my brother, Young Money Millionaire, Uncle E.
Come on.
We've been hiding. But not like in a bad way, just life's been happening.
In a good way.
Life's been happening, but, you know, all blessings.
Oh, 100%.
And we're back, guys. I'm saying TJMTM is back.
Come on.
The Jola meets the Madi, for those of you who don't know the acronym. Man, what's been going on, bro? Like, talk to the people. What's been happening in the life?
You know, a lot has been going on. First of all, you know, just from a standpoint of one of the original fan club members of DJ Anzo, you know, we have just been happy to see the growth of Anzo. Dominating Pacific Northwest. Shout out to Nairam, shout out to Intavi, all the other guys. It's just been amazing. So personally, I am just very happy in that aspect. You know, shout out to you guys. Keep it going.
I appreciate you, bro.
You know, it was nice having Nairam in, what was it, last season?
Oh, no, that was 2 seasons
ago. Yeah. If you guys haven't checked it out, you know, DJ Nairam is able to bless us with his presence and talk to us about his journey and how really the concept of even Afro beats in Seattle began from stage to now what it is a global, well, not global, but like a very local movement of Afro beats in the Seattle area.
For sure.
And now you have the protege here. Anzo is only fitting. It's now right around that time. So
I'm trying smooth.
Very happy for you guys.
Thank you, bro.
Keep it up. So
and for real, shout out Naram, shout out Blast. They were featured in the Seattle Times.
I saw that.
Big article. And shout out to Tabi Singh, DJ Nazo, and Naram, because they just got highlighted in OK Africa.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Cruise bombs for these two, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And Tabi wrote the article, and it was about sort of the scene in Seattle and what Naram has done to bring it to Afrobeats as a whole, and just made it his mantra for us to be known as a music scene. So, man, clues bombs for them too. There's a lot of people we gotta big up, but you know yourselves, you know, we're just getting started.
This is just the beginning. I always say it's gonna keep growing bigger and bigger, and we've already seen it. So, you know, I just appreciate the fact that we got a chance to hear from Nairam, and you know, it highlights kind of what we do. So, if you have a story, if you're doing anything within this, you know, the community, and you want to share, you know, please reach out to us, because we really, you know, would love to amplify and highlight what you're doing in any way. So let us know.
Lots of big things are going on in the scene.
Yeah.
So, you know, shout out all our Africans.
Yeah.
Not just people in the scene, all the Africans. Whether you're at work, you're working hard, you're an engineer, lawyer, doctor,
whatever
not just those, whatever you do.
Amplify yourself.
Amplify yourself, be dope, embrace it, and, you know, or we're thankful. We're thankful that we even have this the ability, opportunity to just go out and be great like that.
100%.
You know?
100%. It's amazing to see. So as you can, you know, to go back to your question, you know, like when we record podcasts and, you know, we make sure that we find topics that are relevant to us, to our community, friends and family, and bring it up for discussion, share our opinions, bring dialogue and stuff. But, of course, like Anzo and I, we have our careers and outside of work projects that we work on as well as we see growth. And we'll share with you guys more about, stuff we do, but sometimes we do prioritize those things. It makes it a little bit more difficult to record. So, but whenever when we find the consistency to do so, we do take time and effort to do it. So, just appreciate you guys just, reaching out, messaging us, telling us, what's going on, where's the podcast. We always do keep you guys in our mind and make sure that when we do have the time, we release episodes and more discussions for us all.
Yeah, big up the whole crew, man. Thank you guys for keeping us in check. Special shout out to Barry too. Barry, thank you for you know what you did, but peace, love, and prosperity. We appreciate you.
100%.
You know what I mean? What's been going on in the life of E, bro?
What has happened? Work-wise, going through the summer, to now outside of work. So for me, just this year is just how can I always keep growing as a person in terms of being more than my title of a job. So, I haven't spent, for me now, like my whole 20s in corporate America, it's a bigger scale now where I'm at a point where I am trying to have more of an entrepreneurial mindset, trying to learn more, understand, where markets are going, opportunities, how to build
investor vibes.
So, because we see the markets, we're currently in a recession, and you already know, like
that's plotting time.
It's plotting time. So that's always what it's been and what will always be. So man's just been out there, just got his entrepreneurial mindset. I'm just working on different projects and trying to be more outside of my job. Yeah.
So coming to a store near you or a platform near you. We can't disclose exactly what it is.
Someone's coming.
But just be aware.
I'm in the lab.
He's cooking right now.
I'm cooking.
And whatever's being cooked up, chef's kiss.
Oh man.
Only the best of the best, because that's what we do over here.
It's coming.
At TJMTM.
Of course.
Some people may know, right? Maybe a few.
This is very classified right now. So
highly classified information. Can't even talk about it.
The whole thing is just a realization for me this year has been, and time, like we could talk about this, like the pandemic really started is where we were so focused on our careers, and that was the end all be all and how we race and climb this ladder to a point where we forget to a certain degree, you need to have your own career outside of or the job or who employs you.
Yeah.
That means finding your passion. We're talking about just the growth of Afrobeats, you tapping into your passion and finding ways to build yourself, to become an entrepreneur in that aspect. So that's just where I'm at now, where, it's something that I realized during the pandemic. And now I'm just like, all gas, no breaks, where, of course, you still have your job, you're still growing in your career, but now you're also having an entrepreneurial mindset of your own passions, finding ways to build something out of it. So, we'd love to hear what everyone is thinking about, but,
something I always think about, and I heard this from actually Wall Street Trapper. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Are they on YouTube? Give investment advice?
Yeah, him. So he said something that caught my attention. He said the government will incentivize you for things that they can't provide, right? So that for me was like a whole mindset shift, because that's what these corporations and everybody's doing, right? They're either providing a product or a service that the government doesn't have the capacity to subsidize. And so they're being incentivized to continue providing that, right? And once you realize that and your mindset shifts and you realize that you're actually the supply and the demand, and you ultimately can set those things, mindset shift, you know.
100%.
So that all that to say, when Uncle E drops what he's got to drop, just you know what I'm saying.
I'm dead.
Don't sleep on it. Just be on the lookout. You know.
A lot of inspiration.
Yeah.
You know, I've read this book, Shoe Dog. If you haven't read it, I'm sure it's very popular. The founder of Nike, Shoe Dog. And for me personally, just seeing my older brother go through his entrepreneurial journey.
Happy belated birthday too.
Happy belated birthday to Dr. Ish.
Dr. Ish.
And that's where like you look at inspirations. So quick backdrop. You know, when I was an intern, you know, I'm like 19, 20, and you know, your older brother, here he is, he's working, you know, he's in kind of like in the position I'm in.
Yeah.
You got a stable job, you're good, you know, making like 6 figures, everything. And all of a sudden, I didn't see satisfaction out of him. I saw hunger and determination.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just saw a lot of passion and him explaining to me, you know, what he wants to build. It was just flip charts, ideas, words, but like every day, like he's just thinking about it, talking about it. And, you know, we had both read the book Think and Grow Rich, and when you're in a state of flow, you're obsessed with wanting to build something, but he did not find satisfaction in being in that corporate anymore. There was something more than that. And at that time, I really couldn't truly understand, but I was just like, of course, supportive and be like, man, this is dope. Like, here he is trying to, you know, understand, like, there's more to what your current job is. Yeah. And long story short, you know, like, you got to see where that idea to determination comes into, you know, everything. And now, you know,
until its fullness.
Gambia and coming into, and of course, like, never easy. It's a very hard thing. But I take away from the fact is that you get to a point where, you know, he got to a point where he realized that fulfillment would not come directly from just doing your own job. You can love what you do, but are you going to be fulfilled from it?
Exactly.
And if that is a yes for you, that's cool, but it was not for
me. Good, right.
And I, you know, at that time, to be honest, early in my career, I didn't ever think I would get. I was like, yeah, you know, let me just do my corporate thing, climb my ladder, you know, do what I got to do. Yeah. Get my promotion, raises, you know.
Which for some people, there's fulfillment and it's rewarding, you know.
So in all conclusion, I'm basically now at that point where he was. Yeah. You know, 7-8 years ago, where now I just don't, you know, I'm not saying I hate my job, blah, 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 all that, but I'm just not getting fulfillment.
You kind of see a bigger picture in a different sense.
I see a bigger picture. So, like I said, stay tuned. The main thing is, like, you know, it's just not just me talking about it and not doing anything. Yeah. It's actually to do it, to try it. I am willing to take the risk.
Yeah. I read his letter to his daughter. And
that was very profound, right?
Very profound. Because to me, it also reminded me of sort of the feeling of your children. When I, for example, watched my parents work as hard as they did, right? I didn't really understand it in the moment. Yeah. I didn't understand just what that meant and what it was going to mean to me. Yep. But here I am so many years later, and I have the most love and respect for what they were able to achieve and what they were able to, the life they were able to make for us, and also what they instilled in us.
Values.
Those values, almost your entire being came from these people, right? And now being in the position that they were in, and not only that, having more opportunities than they did, I want that same thing for my children, right? Whenever they come around.
It's generational.
And that's generational. It's like the way a chief thinks. You think 7 generations down the line. People have all these sayings, but you don't really like understand it till you're in it.
You're in it and you reach to that point and the light just clicks. Like,
it clicks.
Because just we don't even give our parents, I feel like, their flowers enough in that aspect of, they had, even though they didn't know where it was going to take us, but if your parents, you know, migrated from Uganda, from Gambia, from Nigeria, and came to the US, you have to understand.
Yeah, it's the hardest thing to do in the world, man. You leave everything and you come back and you just let's go, without ever feeling sorry for yourself, without ever feeling like a victim. You just grab life by the horns and you take it on.
You go into a new land where there are more opportunities, and you just know when I don't know, it's like a hope or maybe a goal that they have, that their kids will have a better life and will be further than where they were by coming to this land of opportunity. We can talk shit about this America all we want. And we all know what it is. It's not easy, especially for us.
Exactly.
But from an opportunity standpoint, ability to be someone out of nothing and create something out of yourself, I don't think there's another country
that can allow you to
do so.
Yeah.
And both me and you know that. And at the end of the day, a lot of people talk about it, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah. How are you gonna separate yourself?
Our parents have, in my opinion, overachieved. We got our degrees. You have a job.
You can pay. You can live by yourself.
Yeah, So the buck doesn't stop there. So,
it doesn't.
Like I said, everyone has their own different motivations. And I just always think we should always strive to be better, think more long term, and understand what our fulfillment points are. And have your own life. Don't let your 9 to 5 be bread and butter only.
I gotta give us some credit though. I don't think when we started this, for example, with the very first episode, where you really from, remember that?
Yes.
I don't think at the time we understood just how powerful that was.
No.
Right? Here's why. We got into the discussion of heritage, right? And what that means. People always say you need to understand where you're from to know where you're going.
Yes.
Those are all things that we said, but I don't think we truly understood just how powerful that was in the moment. Here's why. I was having a conversation with my dad. I said, this work ethic, right? Where does it come from? How is it that we can be put in whatever situation and approach it with the attitude of okay, there's work to be done. This is what we're going to do. These are the values that we're going to instill, and this is how we want the outcome to be. And he said, I learned that from my dad. I said, where did you learn that? Where did he learn that from? His dad. Where did he learn that from? His dad. So it's not by mistake that these things happen, right?
Bro, you are so right.
It's not that these things just one day, God said, Ibrahim, that you're going to be great. Nah, bro. Those things come
instilling us
from generations back, and what, greatness begets greatness. And I have to sort of give ourselves credit in that sense that we had the will to explore that. Where are you really from?
It really started everything. And I said, if you have not listened to our first season episode, please do. You'll just hear our evolution on just how, but it all starts from there. And what I've been saying, it's the same mirror for me. My mom's been an entrepreneur her whole life, a businesswoman, whole life. I've seen her bargain, negotiate all over the world, India, Dubai, everywhere, like New York. I've seen her bargain everywhere. And at that time as a kid, I'm like, hey, my mom, businesswoman, always negotiating prices and stuff like that. Yeah. But, you reach to a point, all of us, all of her kids, we have that same spirit in them. Right. And, it's understanding your heritage. And you can go back to a generation where her mom was one of the most prominent businesswomen in Gambia, powerful female leader at her time. And you understand how these things pass on. Mm-hmm. And once you understand that, it empowers you. And now, I don't have doubt. Yeah. I know, this is within me. It's
within you, and no one can take that away from you.
So... Bruh, I'll be telling people, man, don't stop telling my parents are African. Oh, my parents are from Gambia. Or, bro, like I said, you're robbing yourself.
You're robbing yourself of your greatness. And once you embrace that, sky's the limit. That sky's the beginning, really.
It just gives you confidence and calmness, and never should be arrogance. No, but never should be arrogance. Nah. But
always remain grateful.
Always remain grateful.
It's a blessing to be here. It's a blessing to experience the life that you live, but also understand just how powerful one can be. And we have so many examples of that. We can go down a whole list, but right now I just really want to call out the work that Ismail has done with InnoverX and just seeing that like come from a concept to what it is now, like that's real inspiration.
Bro, it's real inspiration.
It's real inspiration.
And, like I said, like people don't be knowing the story. People always think but like I said, it's just it's a lot of determination, sacrifice, and like in your family, you just gotta find inspiration and also acknowledge, the journeys that your close friends
you draw from that.
Through.
Yeah.
And, let that not ever scare you, inspire you. So, like for me, I'm sharing about my brother, like my sister Fatim. She has, we'll bring like some products on episodes. We'll talk about it, but she has a whole e-commerce store now where she's selling, if you want to buy arts and craft, books from Gambia, like buy fashion prints, you can go there and buy that,
there you go.
Like, she has her own cafe business. So, you know what I'm saying? Like that mindset, that spirit, it's so inspirational when you draw those things from your family. Yeah. A lot of times we just like, oh, this is what they do. But take time. See what the journey is. Shout out the fam for real. Yeah, like
big up to, of course, Sweet Cocoa, of course.
Please, Ivan,
Yvonne, we're so proud of you, man. She just opened up for Simi in Seattle.
Bombs, please.
Cruise bombs for Sweet Cocoa one time. Something Sweet, the EP's been out. A lot of big things going on with Sweet Cocoa right now, man. Like
we're waiting on the album.
Yeah, we're really waiting on that drop. So once that drops, just know it'll be in rotation for real.
Just so inspirational. And like I said, it's just, I get so excited for, I told her it's like where her journey is gonna go. I always say like, this is just maybe tip off the iceberg tops. So what we do, like, I said, is just empower, support, and allow them to be that talented person they are. Yeah. And anyone who knows Sweet Cocoa, like, I'm telling you. We got a background, so you see
people waving.
I've been waving people here and there. So, but carry on, like, just
I don't think there's a room that she can go into that she won't light up the room.
100%. It's just there, like, bro. She's a star in all aspects, and like I said, man, all I'm just happy is when later when she's blown up and everyone, I'll be like, hey,
we called it.
You see shit. We're not gonna be like LeBron Kaepernick. Be like, I knew Sweet Cocoa. I've been listening to Sweet Cocoa.
Sweet Cocoa, I knew her.
I knew she was coming.
I knew her since 2007, man. Yo, we gotta adjust this guy, bro.
LeBron is a capper, bro. Capper of cappers. Always like,
LeBron is capping, bro.
Always.
Oh my days, that shit killed me. Have you been watching any shows recently?
Well, there was a Captain's show on Netflix. It's just like World Cup is coming, so.
Okay, yeah. I like the Jamaican one.
The Jamaican, shout out to the Jamaican captain. Really good. He's a real leader.
Very, very much so.
Aubameyang was all right. But that's about been the main thing. Excited for World Cup.
I lost a little bit right now because my boy Sadio Mane is injured. He's not out?
He's not been ruled out yet. He'll probably be playing.
Oh, God, he's good.
Yeah, I think the news first hit all over like he's out, but Sadio Mane, they're saying that Islamic Confirm he's ruled out. So, speedy recovery to him.
Facts, we need him, man.
Yeah, I mean, Senegal and they're in a very good group.
Very.
So I think. But again, it's since 2010, there haven't been much joy from the World Cup from African teams.
Yeah. 2010 was, 2010 was 2010. We can't even go on.
It would be really nice to see an African team.
We really need that, man. We really need that.
Just, it's desperately needed.
Yeah.
I don't think this is the World Cup, but I just hope I'm proven wrong. Just looking at all the teams who made it, Senegal maybe has the best chance.
Cameroon
is deep, but I think the physicality, they play very physical.
Yeah.
And World Cup. Again, like referees do tend to
be
more
harsh
on African teams. Physicality.
Yeah.
So anyway, Cameroon and Senegal, I'll probably say, has the best odds of going deep stages in the tournament. Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited too, man. I'm hoping. Anyway, what do we have? The 9th today?
Yeah, it starts on the 20th.
20th.
So,
those hotel rooms in Qatar, bro, they're
containers.
Wow, man.
Yeah, it's
somebody said if you sleep at the wrong time, you'll end up on a ship in the shipping container.
You might end up being, a Captain Phillips. You might end up being Costa Somali fam.
They said what, 200 a night for that small thing?
For containers.
Does it even have a shower inside? I didn't see.
They didn't look like it.
Mate,
probably public showers around there.
They're moving like the Olympics. When remember the athlete hotels?
Yeah,
they had them on like cardboards.
So, like I said, I don't understand. From just as football fans, to be honest, the December World Cup thing was FIFA taking too much money to let Qatar host the World Cup in winter time, but it should never happen.
He also said we
should never have a World Cup in the winter. Yeah. It's just not a good time. Players, that's like the time where there are most matches, like consecutive matches in football, to want to squeeze the tournament where players give their 150%.
To Pogs is out, Kante is out. Like
you don't give so I hope it's a good World Cup, but big stars missing. And
who do you think realistically? Who do you think wins it?
Brazil.
Okay, I put my money on Brazil. But
they are, but
and it'll be the biggest disappointment in recent memory if they don't win, because
none of the other teams are as deep.
No.
Just from their attacking forward-wise, I just think Brazil trumps. But I think the World Cup, it's a tournament game.
It is.
You have one bad game, you're out.
Done.
So there's that variability alone. But I would say Brazil's up there, France. You can never bet on England, but who knows?
Nah, man, with Southgate there.
Hey, how are we forgetting Belgium?
Dark horse.
Shouldn't be a dark horse, but they just don't.
No one ever gives them.
They were out in the semis last year, so they were close.
Exactly.
So Belgium actually, could be underrated. But I just say if I was a bettor or gambler, I would, put my money
on Brazil. Yeah. People have this idea that Argentina is going to do well, but I don't know where they get that, No,
Argentina. But hey, let us know your predictions. Who do you guys think will win the World Cup? If we're dreamers, I would say Senegal or Cameroon. That would be my ideal, an African team.
I'll always that'll always be my number one wish.
How would you feel if did Algeria qualify?
Morocco.
How would you feel if Morocco won the World Cup? Setting him up.
He set me up. All I'm gonna say is I don't know if I would be at the parades. If Senegal, Cameroon, somebody won.
We going to Yaoundé or Dakar.
I'm booking the flight same day, bro. No questions asked.
But if Morocco is, we might be
good job.
Good job. Well done, sir. Well done.
But it's all relative.
Yeah, but anyway, to wrap it up, we're almost out of time here. Any final thoughts? What we have coming up? I know we have one more episode left this season.
For the season,
as you can see, new setup, new venue, and we plan on coming up with more consistent episodes again for the upcoming seasons, and we'll have more guests. We'll have dialogues on African music, culture, sports. That we always do, and just food for thought.
Yeah. Nah, definitely. It's funny to come back and reconnect.
Yeah.
Just let you all know where we
are alive, guys.
All good things. And more to come. That's all I can really say. But thank you guys as always. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, all of that. And be blessed. Peace, love, and prosperity. We're out.
All right, signing out.